So, you finally get around to wanting to pin down your shitty fantasy story and put to paper the imaginative dreams that have slept in your head, slumbering in an ivory vault, nestled between your embarrassingly strong recollection of every Simpsons episode and mentally repressed memories of what your uncle did to you. But wait! Do you know the difference between your story and your lore? You might think story and lore are more or less the same fucking thing, and hey, you're not too far off. They're quite similar. And knowing the difference between them isn't exactly imperative for writing, reading, understanding, or arguing over YouTube comments for a story. But hey, it's still nice to understand the difference, especially if you ever plan to build a fantasy world canon of your very own. So look, let's quickly go over the difference between story and lore. First, let's start with story. Story is, well, it's the story of your story. Like, Tom went to the store to get some eggs. There's your basic plot. On the way to the store, Tom went through the park and fed the ducks with a man named Smooth Chocolate J. Then he left the park, fucked the Balrog, got hit by a car, got to the store, and got the eggs. That's your story, the chain of story events that comprises the tale. Now, lore would be like, say, Tom lives in the city of Willyville. Willyville was founded 300 years ago by retarded pilgrims and shit. The library is also a sex/Satan worship palace. It has an annual dogs fucked ratio of about 5.6. That stuff is the lore. Lore is hand in hand with story, but it's more of a greater continuation of story than story itself. Here. As a more understandable example, let's take Harry Potter. Enough of you fucks should know Harry Potter. The story of Harry Potter is, one day, a random white-ass English kid finds out that you're a wizard, Harry. He goes off to a school called Grimpledorp, meets his friends Ron and fucking little girl bitch, has a little adventure, beats the bad guy, there you go. That's the story of Harry Potter. The lore of Harry Potter would be shit like the backstories of other characters, like the teachers or the history of the school itself, or all the random mythos and lore of the history of magic in Harry Potter. How the broomsticks work and whatever a snitch is, all that stuff. It's completely pointless when applied to the main story. It doesn't add much or change much to know or not know it. It's just random cool shit that expands the world and the universe the story takes place in, thus giving a grounds for more and more extended story and lore to grow from. Again, it's not exactly dire to know the acute difference between story and lore, but it can be helpful to recognize the subtle difference if you happen to be discussing a book or a movie, or if you're going through the advanced planning of a movie or book of your own. Stay healthy, and remember, you might not be president one day, but you'll always be a cunt to me, baby.